Hey everybody, it's Matt Faircloth. Today is yet another live Chat with Matt live session. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. I'll give a minute for folks to come on in and join us, and if just give me a little shout out and everything like that. Just give a second for folks to join. If you guys are watching the recordings of this, because we're just getting going here, so maybe watching the recording. We're gonna be doing these give or take once a week. Currently, we're live on DeRosa Insiders, which is our private Facebook community, which is free. Everybody loves free. So go to Facebook and just search for DeRosa Insiders. Okay. And that's a free community. Request to join. Say hello to everybody. Come join us there. So this is live on DeRosa Insiders. And we do a lot of content creation and a lot of Q&A and a lot of convo and deal sharing and all kinds of cool stuff happens on DeRosa Insiders. That's up. Then this is also live on our YouTube channel. So for those of you guys that are watching us live on YouTube, love you guys. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate our YouTube love and YouTube support. And this is the first time we're going live on LinkedIn, right? So Roger Becker says, "Good luck, Matt. Good work, Matt." My LinkedIn friend. Here you go, Roger. Let's see. There's a few shout outs here. Delana, hello. Mario, hi, Matt. So I'm just going to talk about a few things, guys, but I'm also going to post a link. If anybody wants to join me live, if you guys want to join me live and do a real estate question, I'm going to be posting a link here in a minute that folks can join me live and do a chat with Matt. If y'all want to talk real estate, you guys want to talk about where the crazy market's going, you guys want to talk about deals we're working on right now at the DeRosa Group, you guys want to talk about deals you're working on, so I'd rather talk about is what deals you guys are doing right now. What's up, Facebook, by the way? So if you guys want to talk about any of those kinds of things, then I'm going to post a link in a second here. Be prepared. Get your questions ready. Make sure you got a camera because I want to see your smiling face. Look at start purchasing properties, but need the right funding. Delanda, if you want to go live, let me know. I'm going to post a link in a minute here. I'd love to talk to you about funding for your first deal. Because I can totally talk through that with you. I got lots of good ideas already stewing in my little brain. I just got a few questions that I need to ask for you. So, Delanda, if you want to go live, just write like I'm in. Okay. She's okay. Hello. All right. So I got to do a few housekeeping items, and I'll bring you in a second here. I'm just going to post the links. Just click on it. If any else of y'all watching want to join me live, I'll just do one at a time. I'll bring people in one at a time to join me live, and we can chat. Okay. Few pointers, right, guys? Like I said, join us facebook.com/ just go to DeRosa Insiders, look it up on Facebook. Give me some shout outs on where you guys are from. For those of you guys that are watching, got lots of people on already. Mario's raised his hand. All right, Mario, you're next. Alanda's first, you're next, okay? So that's it, guys. I just order a little bit of order of business. If you guys want free DeRosa swag. Now, anybody that joins me live will get some DeRosa swag, which is DeRosa swag could be anything from, I wish I had some examples I could show you guys, like a DeRosa coffee mug or a DeRosa air plant or some other DeRosa cool branded stuff. We will give you guys that for free. You can join me live if you want a free thing, and we'll show you how to do it. Or we're going to give you guys instructions. Jordan just posted it right there on LinkedIn. Nabiku, if you could post that on YouTube, and Jordan also please post that on Facebook. That is how you guys get to some free stuff for folks that want to get some free stuff. And it's simple. It's write a review for my book. It is write a review for our company on our company Google Facebook page, which we'll give you the link to, or write a review for our company on LinkedIn. Super easy stuff. Send us a screenshot of that, and we'll send you something awesome and free. And hey, who doesn't love free? With freight's on us, everything's free. Take maybe 15-20 seconds of your time. Okay, now posting the link. Jordan Dabiku, please post the get free swag out there. Okay, now posting the link. There it is. Delanda, I gave you my word that you will go on first free. Mario, join in. Mario's from Puerto Rico. Delanda, Baltimore, Maryland, my hometown. I can't wait to talk to you about Baltimore. Jordan, this is a Hail Mary pass, but you love it when I do this kind of thing. Go out and grab the Truth About Baltimore with Sport Coat Steve and post the link to that video. here if you can find it. Sorry to put you on the spot there. But waiting on Delanda to click on the link I just posted. That should have gone everywhere. Jordan Dabiku, if that link didn't go to Facebook and LinkedIn, could you please move it over to Facebook and LinkedIn? I believe it went there, but I'm not sure. Link to DeRosa Insiders is there, guys. There it is, facebook.com, groups DeRosa Insider. There's that. Just want a quick shout out to Mario, who's logging in. Delanda coming in from Baltimore, Maryland. Welcome, everybody. While I'm waiting for those guys to come in and join me, Sport Coach Steve, my favorite Market Hunter episode. Yeah, he's the best. It was hysterical. Great. So it's going to get posted. Jordan's going to put, for those of y'all that didn't watch, I don't want to say comedy because it's actually really good. But if those of y'all that didn't get a chance to watch the Sport Code Steve episode from Market Hunter, make sure you guys watch that because it was incredible. So good. Such good data. Everybody, the Market Hunter, there are episodes where people just sitting on a desk talking about how great their market was. Sport Code Steve went and got in his car and had his cell phone out and showing Hervé properties and that kind of thing. So Jordan will post a Sport Code Steve episode. Delanda, I can see you in the green room. I want you to just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to come in because I see you just getting your kit. You ready? Okay, cool. All right. Cool. All right, Richard, I'm going to answer your question once I get Delanda in here, get her to say hello to everybody. All right, everybody, welcome. Delanda, welcome. Please, everybody, give whatever.
Hi, guys.
Y'all are watching. What's up? Everybody, give Delanda some love. Give Delanda right now. Give her like a like on whatever social channel you're watching. Like it. Give her some like a heart, or give her like some thumbs up over on LinkedIn or yeah, on wherever you're watching. Give Delanda some love. Delanda, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you, Baltimorean?
You down in my hometown. You down in Baltimore, huh?
Yes, I moved here originally from Brooklyn, New York, about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do you like Baltimore so far?
Interesting. Interesting. It's some aspects of it is very, very nice. Some aspects of it remind me of New York, like almost like I never left. So.
You know what though? Here's my take on Baltimore. And listen, we're talking about. So I can be straight because we're talking about my hometown. Okay, I grew up there. I went to Poly. I think that you and I went back and forth on. You and I went back and forth on YouTube about this. I went to Baltimore Polytechnic.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just one. I'm so sorry. One sec. I'll get my garbage can because they like to take them. No, I think that's his. I'm great. How are you? All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Dude,
I'm sorry. I'm being very, very nice to my recycling guys. I'm so happy when they pick up my recycling.
No, when I used to live in Philadelphia, in downtown Philly, we would paint our address with spray paint.
I have to do it now. I can't believe it. They still trash cans and recycle.
I lost you, Delanda. I don't know if you're still there. Oh, you're back. You had a blip. I don't know if your phone might have jumped off your Wi-Fi or whatever. You might want to check your Wi-Fi connection because you're choppy.
Property in Baltimore. So I'm acting as a co-signer, but they're saying the only way that we could purchase a house together is through FHA.
Okay. You got to start over again because I lost about the first 20 seconds of what you said because your internet took your internet held its breath on me for a little bit.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm a current
loving the structure
homeowner.
of your house, by the way, because you're holding me down like this. So I'm looking up and I'm seeing all the beautiful work going on and high ceiling. I'm loving your house, man.
It's huge.
I know. That's one thing about Baltimore. The brownstone.
I'm in the Union Square area. Okay.
Okay. Tell me again. So start from the beginning. You got a deal. Start from there.
We have a deal. We're in contract right now. The co-borrower for my mother, who needed my assistance to purchase her first home.
Okay.
But she could only do it at this time through FHA.
Okay.
So we're looking, how soon can we refinance out of it? Because she wants to rent it out. And I know FHA is supposed to be primary borrowers.
Yeah. Okay. So let me say it back to you. Your mom wants to buy a house. You're
Yes,
going to go on as a loan, as you're going to co-sponsor
correct.
whatever you got to do with her, and y'all already worked it out with the mortgage broker, and that's possible. Your mom's got the cash, you got the credit, whatever you got there, you guys can arrange that offline. And most mortgage brokers that are creative are willing to make that happen.
Okay.
Okay. She's going to buy 3% down, 5% down FHA loan. Is it a multifamily or single family?
It's a single family. It's a condo in in a harbor.
All right. Okay. I'm not going to ask what you're paying for a condo in the Inner Harbor.
Oh, it's actually a good deal. It has a lot of equity. We have to put in maybe 25 in it just to bring it up. And it should appraise at 250 and we're purchasing it for 160. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
we couldn't pass that up. It was too good.
Okay. I'm going to change my tune. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you something else. Okay. So well, I'll tell you what I was going to tell you, and then I'll tell you now, and then I'll tell you what my new idea now that you just told me that, right?
Okay.
And I think you just introduced yourself to some. So I think you might get some new friends that I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get Delanda to say her email address at the end here, or whatever contact means are. If y'all want to talk Baltimore real estate shop or Baltimore condo shop with Delanda, we now found ourselves another Baltimore expert. So make sure you guys reach out to Delanda to talk about how you guys can get yourselves into condos, because a condo downtown Baltimore sounds like that would lease. You could Airbnb that. That sounds like an awesome equation, right? So okay.
That's the only exception to it. It has an HOA and you have to rent it out. It has to be a 1-year lease. How do I go around?
You don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't mess around.
I know. They'll take you to court.
You could do I know we'll get to my advice on finance in a second here. But you can do a short-term lease, not like a midterm lease. Not like a 1 night or 2 night thing to compete with the hotels that are downtown, which is a shame you can't do it because the hotels in the middle of Indiana Harbor are getting like $300 a night. So maybe you could get $250 a night, but that's a lot of money annualized, right? Anyway, so but you could rent the property out on a monthly basis to a traveling executive or to somebody who wants to be down that way for a longer period of time. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not the one doing it, so I'm not the one telling you to break the rules or whatever it is, but there's no way the HOA is going to find out that you're leasing on a monthly basis versus an annual basis, unless they want to see a copy of the lease contract, which they may, but that's to me, that's kind of over the line. If you're leasing by the night, they'll find out because you can tell, that people,
the traffic.
Yeah. But if people are in there, especially if you furnish it, and lease it by for a 2-month cycle, nobody's gonna know, right? So anyway, I live in a town in a housing development, right? A little suburban thing, and our HOA says you're not supposed to do that either. But I know people in my neighborhood that are renting by the month in my neighborhood. I'm not gonna turn them in because I'm not that guy, but there are people that do it, right?
Okay.
So, okay. Anyway, so that's maybe a solution. Now, advice for your mom. Originally, what I was going to say is that FHA does not come back and say that, hey, Jolanda's mom, you're not living in this property anymore. You're leasing it out now. So we're going to call you in default, right?
Right.
Come and inspect. There is nothing in that mortgage document that's going to say you got to lease it out forever. It just says you're a personal guarantor, and the intention that she has is to live in the property. So I recommend that your mom go and live there, maybe during the rent, during when you're dropping 25 grand in, or just for a little bit, maybe established as a residency for a minute, use it for a month or two to have it as her mailing address. And I mean, my first house I bought and lived there for a year under an FHA mortgage, and then I leased out my bedroom. I leased out the property by bedroom. I lived in one bedroom, and I had 2 other people in other bedrooms that were paying me rent. Then I moved out. FHA didn't come and blow the whistle or whatever because I kept making the mortgage payments. I'm still on the hook as a personal guarantor, which is what you really care about, right? So your mom can live there for a bit and then move out. Okay.
Okay.
Any hospitals? Yeah. Traveling nurses from Facebook.
Thank you. Whoever said it, thank you. I'm gonna kiss you.
That's what I was alluding to, but didn't want to narrow it down to that. my good friend Sarah Weaver does a lot of traveling nurses stuff. She's releasing a book for Bigger Pockets in December on specifically they called like midterm leases, not STR, not overnight, not Airbnb, but people that want to lease for a month or two. They're going to be that are just like nomadic, that are just going to live in one town for a month or two, and then move to another place for a month or two, like a traveling nurse would, right?
Right.
So ding, 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 ding. I love that idea.
I do too, but my biggest question for that is because I've seen it. I think the biggest one out there is Furnish Finders.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone and people list whatever they list for a price they want to ask for. But if I do that, what do I ask for mine? So what do I say? Okay, this is a good price.
In rent?
Right.
Research. Hey, okay, here you go, Delanda. I got a website for you to write this down. To go to. Hey, this is the website to find out what traveling nurse rents are in Baltimore. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's because I'll spell it for you. It's GOOGLE.
I Google.
You Google it. If you want any information, Google it.
I tried Google and it doesn't. It comes up with just people's listings, but it's not even It's not close to my area.
Listing. Look to see what they got.
But they're there for like 2 weeks. I'm thinking, are they overpriced? I'm like, is it the thing? Why is it there so long? If there's a need, why is it there 30 days? So I'm like,
I'm poking at you a little bit with the Google thing, but you should try different search methodologies, right?
Okay.
Try like I got another one. Pretend to be a traveling nurse. Okay. Go on like a traveling nurse website. There's got to be like try this. Google housing for traveling nurses, right? And go on there like I'm a traveling nurse and I'd like to live in Baltimore, right? You know what I'm saying? Like go and infiltrate down the other side of it. Okay. There are so many different means. Another user on Facebook here said people that have insurance claims are going to be out of their house for a period of time. I'll tell you for the condo thing, I'll tell you an enormous user you're going to get there is people that are moving to Baltimore for business and their houses, now whatever it is they're trying to buy isn't ready yet, and so hangover, but kind of waiting period,
right, before they close and move in.
Yeah. Furnishfinder.com, there you go. I know you mentioned that earlier. That's another one. Okay. So those are some good sites. Let's get back to financing. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what your mom was going to do. Okay. Put it in FHA, buy it, drop your 25 grand in, and then get yourself a good real estate lawyer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. You're going to take the property and you're going to do at the same time, you're going to get a bank lined up. You're going to get a bank lined up that's willing to finance that property through an LLC, a business loan. Okay. Here's a few tips. Lima One Capital, small community banks like right around there. BB&T. Okay. BB&T is big time in Baltimore. So BB&T, right? Go to banks like that. Not your mortgage broker. Your mortgage broker is going to tell you you can't finance through an LLC unless it's been seasoned, or you have to hold it in your own name. They don't. Mortgage brokers that sell residential properties for you to live in do not understand the investment side of real estate. 99% of them don't. Okay.
Right.
There's the commercial mortgage broker that can sell you the mortgage for a rental property, and they don't want to finance a single family home. And there's these single family home guys. That's all they know how to do. Right. Okay. Two different animals. So go to get yourself a different mortgage broker. You meet them on Bigger Pockets, or go to, like I just said, Lima One Capital, and there's a few others that'll finance rentals held in LLC. Okay. Get the loan lined up. Refinance the property into the LLC, and at the same table where you are doing the refinance, your mom is going to do a quit claim deed. Okay. Meaning like she's going to pick it up from her own personal name and move it into the LLC. Okay. At the table. Then she signs that piece of paper. Now the property's held in an LLC. Then she signs the next piece of paper, which is a mortgage under the LLC, which now holds the property. Okay.
Oh,
Same time. So there's
now
no
does she do that in closing or post closing?
you got to do the quick claim deed first.
Okay.
Then you refinance it, but you can do them simultaneously. You don't have to do them simultaneously, right?
Okay.
Like you could quick claim deed it a month or so right after she closes, but you don't want to do that because you did sell the property. There is a due on sale clause in there, and the NFHA did. You're really breaking a primary loan covenant. They could say, "Hey, you're not on the deed anymore of this property, and that property is our collateral, and you're our guarantor." You know, I
Okay.
don't like that idea. So move it and refinance it at the same time. They can't balk because you just took it out of your name, right?
Okay.
So okay.
So refinance under the LLC. The quick claim, I could do it at closing or after,
Right.
before,
This is a
at
reference
closing or
right there, by
after.
the way. Somebody on Insiders use Lima One. Okay.
Lima one? Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this awesome StreamYard feed doesn't tell me who wrote that, but
Thank you, whoever said that.
somebody that's a good reference for you for Lima One, and I refer them because I know they're good people. So
Okay. And the quick claim deed, I could do it at closing or at closing or after closing.
no, the quick claim deed you do at closing. You can't.
At
Okay.
closing.
There's two closings. There's a closing when you buy the property.
Right.
Okay. Not that closing. Right.
Okay.
Buy the property, do the reno, get the value up, make sure that you're and maybe even lease it out so you can show rental income. Okay. Because your valuation is going to be based on rental income.
Yeah.
So get it a little. That's probably 6 months after you buy it. So
Oh.
buy it, season it for a minute, own it for 6 months, do the reno, get the rents up, network around, find a good mortgage, and then refinance it 6 months in, and you're going to take it out of her personal name and put it into the LLC.
Okay. So
Got
they
me?
won't. Got it. Got it. Perfect. So I could take out the
LinkedIn is blowing
equity
up.
then.
Somebody on LinkedIn just dropped in the friggin' Lima One owes me $1. There,
Thank you so much.
they owe
Lima
me
one it
you
is.
$1 because we just talked about them right here, and now their website's in my LinkedIn feed, which is great. Check them out, guys.
Will do.
Yeah. If anybody, by the way, I talk about them all the time. If anybody's watching on LinkedIn and knows a mortgage officer or wants to just tag a mortgage officer in this video from Lima One, we just give them a free commercial, so they should know about it.
Seriously.
Yeah, right.
Get in free business.
Cool.
Thank you.
Before we go, because I want to invite Mario or anybody else who wants to join me live to come in, and a few people just asked a bunch of questions I want to jump to. So I'm going to let you go. But before I let you go, if people want to talk Baltimore shop, people want to buy the condo next door to the one you bought, people want to build a condo building, people want to go spend lots of money, a little bit of money in Baltimore, how do they get a hold of my new friend DeLanda?
Well, honestly, it's either call me directly or on Instagram. I don't do Facebook. I find too many people that find me. I don't like Facebook at all.
Good, I dare you. Say your phone number. Go for it.
Fine. 347 552 5583.
347
552 5583.
Okay, stand back.
It's a good place to come and invest. That's for sure. Definitely come and buy it up.
Listen, I feel DeLanda's energy. I think she would be great. Boots on the ground. Well, what's your Instagram? What's your IG?
It's kind of complicated. It's Gemini Complex 522.
Yeah, you can change that, right?
And I need to change it because people they automatically judge me. They judge me all the time.
I made mine easy. I made mine the Matt Faircloth. Now there's another Matt Faircloth, but now I'm the Matt Faircloth, right? So
I think I'm gonna make it just DeLanda R Baltimore or something, or B more.
522. Jordan just put it out there for you. Okay.
Definitely.
All right. All y'all follow DeLanda on IG. Give her a call on her phone number. DeLanda.
Thanks, guys.
Keep me in the
Appreciate it. Thank you.
See ya. Okay. Okay. Questions. Guys, there is a link out there. I'm going to drop it in again. Okay. For those of you guys, anybody that wants to join me live, there's a link and I'll talk some shop with you. Oh man. Jordan, I know you're watching this. I forgot to tell DeLanda to email us. So, Jordan, just take that as a task. Send her a message on her LinkedIn page with the email address and where to send us her address, because I want you to send her some swag. Okay. Please do. And just take that as a task after this to fire her a line on her IG page, or you can just watch the recording. You can call her since she was courageous enough to put her phone number out there. Okay. Please share your opinion about the real estate prices going up during the height inflation period during the 70s. Do you think real estate prices will behave the same during this inflationary period? Then is not now, and now is not then. I was not an active investor in the 70s, and there was a lot of other things going on in the 70s that are not going on now. And I think that as much as they say history repeats itself, it also doesn't quite do it exactly the same as it does, as it did in the past, right? So, unfortunately, I wish I was more of a historian, economic historian than I am. But I think that certain things are repeating, meaning like inflation's going up. Like, I mean, look what you got. You get an unpopular president, regardless of who you voted for or whatever. I'm not getting into politics, but let's just face it. There's a lot of shade getting thrown at Joe Biden these days, right? And for things that probably he didn't do, or things that are out of his control, whatever, right? But you had that back then, as well. You had rates going up. You had a lot of things in the world getting blamed on the U.S. president, and so that's happening now too. You've got a big run up that happened through the early part of the 70s that just happened just now. So a lot of the things are similar, but there's also just more. We're just more of a global economy now. And we're not as siloed, and the U.S. is way more energy dependent now than it was back then. So I don't know. GM Chug Thai, I'm not sure, but good to, it's an interesting conversation. I think that at this point, I think it's good conversation, but I'm not sure if it matters as much, because I think that whatever happens now is going to be different than then exactly. Join the link above. Already on it. Okay, cool. Tony Brown. Sup, T Brown, my man T. I work with William Bruce at Lima One. Good stuff. That's a referral for Lima One. Lima One's phones are going to be ringing now that we talked about it. Okay, a few more comments here I wanted to talk about. Quick, from Kevin. Good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Okay, let's see. I joined a local real estate groups in my local area and then create my own as well. Join the groups for your local area, start seeing people as well. Ask for rent. Yeah, local RIAs are a great way to access what local just midterm rents are going to be, midterm rental rents and long-term rental rents and short-term rental rents. Just networking is a way to do it. And I was teasing Delanda a little bit about Google, but it is true. If you do enough Google searches, you're going to find it. So let's see. Here you go. Okay, let's see. All right. With that thinking, could you reach out to some of the local real estate companies and tell them you have this place available for people in chat? Yes, that's a great idea, by the way. I hadn't thought of that. Is that once Delanda gets her condo set up, and I recommend Delanda furnishes it out of the gate. Get in, do the reno, and also furnish it. Now, Delanda, I don't know if you're still watching, but you might want to drop in some furniture in that property and do get it furnished so that when somebody shows up to lease it, it's ready to go. Make that part of your rental plan. I might have upped your rental budget from 25 to 35 grand. It's maybe 10 grand to furnish it. Nice. But that's certainly going to be worth it versus having to furnish it on the fly for somebody that shows up and says, hey, I'll rent it, but it needs to be short-term rental. So yep, networking is the way to do it. Okay, guys, I got a few points to go over with you guys. If anyone wants to join me live, including my man Tony, you've done a lot of lives with me, Tone. So I love to hear what you're up to out there. You're my new Oracle of Omaha. But until then, until anybody wants to join me live, I've got a few points I'm going to go over with you guys. A few other things before I go over a few teaching points that I wanted to cover today, if I get time to go. And if anyone wants to come in live, I just won't even mess with that. But until then, I'll throw a few tips out. But before I do the tips, one more time, please, guys, get some free swag from me. The ways to get free swag is to join me live, which is just free DeRosa cool stuff. And we'll mail you some DeRosa thank yous, cool stuff like DeRosa coffee mugs, DeRosa squeezy balls, DeRosa branded freeness, and we'll send it to you. You can join me live, or we've got a few different ways you guys can get free stuff from us by either writing a review for my book, writing a review for our company, DeRosa Group on Facebook, or writing a review for our company on LinkedIn. So those are a few things you guys can do. Make sure you guys consider doing those. And there is a link that our people have put out here in the feed. Jordan and Abiku, so if you guys do it, if you guys can do that again, put it out on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, that would be great. Okay. Now, I want to talk about it. This past week, me and my the two partners in DeRosa, Justin Fraser and Hervé Francois, who are partners in our company, the three of us sat down and we rented a Regis down in North Carolina. Right. It is one thing to sit down and talk about business a little bit and have a brief, quickie business meeting with your business partners or with your spouse or with whoever are your core team in your company. It's one thing to sit down and go over it for like 20, 30 minutes. It is a far different thing to sit down for a day and go through your business because you can really touch everything. And we went through such cool stuff. We wrote an agenda ahead of time, and it's important for a long meeting like that. You guys write an agenda. So that's tip number one. And then tip number two, we sat and talked about every facet of the business, which for us is acquisitions, which is Hervé. Hervé runs acquisitions and underwriting. Okay, that's his side. My side is capital, which really underneath that is sales and branding, marketing. The DeRosa flag, if you will. If you guys have figured that already, I'm kind of the one that holds the flag for the company and carries it along and is I'm like the company mascot, right? So there's that. And then there's just the equity sales for those who want to invest with us, the conversion of such into equity. And then there's Justin, and those of y'all that know Justin know that's what he does, that he is the asset manager, the boots on the ground, the hammer, the one that implements the business plan that's created by the underwriter. So we went through those different segments of the company one by one, long, big whiteboard session. I'll see if I've got it here. I don't want to scare my man Jordan, but I'll hold this up. This is this is what I ended up writing for the marketing of the company. Too much for me to go in now, but I'll show you guys. Jordan, don't let this scare you. But this is what I came up with. Jordan's like, oh my God, what is that? But it's marketing and sales, by the way, Jordan, marketing and sales. But that was to the benefit of spending hours in a conference room talking about every facet of the company, right? Jordan's like, nope, I got it. I already got it figured out. There's something to focus and sitting down and talking about where we want to go and everything like that. So high recommendation that whoever your core team is for your company, for Delanda, that could be her and her mom. For any of you guys, that could be you and your spouse, or you and your business partners, or you and your trusted core team. Go away somewhere and spend a half day, maybe a full day. Spend a half day just talking about the company and where you're going and where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And then the next thing is that we did at that meeting was just a power of focus. So we figured out that for the next 90 days, there are only 3 things we need to do as a company, right? Those 3 things are, we had some major hires and major core team members that, we just need to support and give as much juice and energy to. So support our core team, and that's, we hired 2 new people and we have some existing folks that are doing work for us. So just give those core team members all they need. That's the first thing that we need to do. Number 2, we got to find a deal. That we closed a enormous deal and then one right behind it, but we don't have anything in pipeline right now. So we got to find an opportunity and do a deal that makes sense. And there's a lot of deals out there that don't make sense. There's a lot of deals out there that are drastically overpriced. But there's people willing to pay those overpriced numbers, so they are selling. And so, but we can be really scrutinous and underwrite more and more until we find the right deal. We underwrote like 300 deals last year. So we can do that again, maybe up it to 4 or 5. So we got to do a deal. We got to have something under contract in the next 90 days. And the third thing is we need to really focus on the assets we have under management. We have 1,750 assets under management. We'd like to bump. I'd say if we could do like a global bump on occupancy by 5%, that would be an enormous 90-day goal for us, which would be awesome. So everything else that's not those 3 things is secondary. Is second conversations, is once I've done everything I can do on those top 3 things, then the next things happen. But those top 3 things have to happen. And we're primarily focused on those. Okay. So let's see. Anybody else want to join? You want to join me live? I don't want to keep browbeating that, but because I had a great conversation with DeLanda, so I don't want to. Doesn't have to be anymore. But one more quick promo for anybody that wants to jump in live. You guys are more than welcome to do that. If not, I've kind of covered the promos I want to do. I just want to mention one more time the free swag. There's comments in the thing. If you guys want some free DeRosa stuff, then you guys can follow the instructions that were posted here for you guys to do that. Next week, we're going to be doing, the economy's changed. Okay. There's a quick commercial for next week. And Jordan, make sure that you grab that. Make sure maybe you can grab this as a segment, but I'll lay it down. The economy's changed, okay? And DeRosa as a company is in tune with the changes in the economy, and we're making changes towards our business plan on how we're actualizing the current properties we own, and also how we're pursuing new opportunities. So whether or not you guys are a active investor looking to do your own deals, which is awesome, we want you guys to learn from us so we can build a community of more and more successful real estate operators that have the same philosophies we do, like transforming lives through real estate. So if you are in that philosophy, and you want to build your own business, we want to help you. Additionally, if you guys are looking to passively invest and you want to put your money to work with someone else who's willing to do the work for you and a company that has a great track record like ours does, then you want to join that webinar as well, because we're going to teach you guys what DeRosa is doing for the future, for the changing economy we're facing now. And join that webinar, which is next Friday, the 19th at 12 noon Eastern. That'll be live on Facebook, the DeRosa Insiders page. So go to Facebook and join DeRosa Insiders. It'll be live on YouTube. It'll be live on LinkedIn. So if you guys are watching this live, it'll be live here noon next week. So make sure you join us at noon next week for those live sessions. And we'll grab the recording and we can send it out if you guys want to catch that later from us too. So that's that. Jordan, see if you can pull out that recorded segment post and we can use it for some promo if you want to use it. Okay. That's what I got, guys. Great convo with DeLanda. For a lot of these lives, I try and pull at least one person in to go live with me and talk some shop and everything like that. So check out our link bio that's there. Jordan's posting that across LinkedIn and Facebook just to hear about more stuff DeRosa's up to. And make sure you guys come see us next week. Next Friday, noon Eastern, to talk some shop and talk about what DeRosa is doing for the future of the market, for changing everything. Howdy, Larry Chong. How are you? Here he is. Howdy. How are you, brother? Is target market still Greenville? Not just Greenville. We're in a couple of markets. We still want to grow to over 1,000 in the Piedmont Triad. We are aggressively pursuing Greenville. Finding current deals in other markets. We're at 1,100 in Lexington. We don't want any more there. We'd rather just keep running what we got. Very very happy with our Lexington portfolio. So want to keep that functioning without really don't need to add anything more to it right now. We would like to add more to our Piedmont Triad. So Greensboro, Winston, and High Point. Just in general, North Carolina, and certainly Greenville, South Carolina, as a new market we're pursuing. So yes, we are certainly target market pursuing it. Unfortunately, we're not the only ones looking there. And so we've pursued a lot of deals there, but not quite connected yet. We will find something. And we're also looking at, I have 2 new construction projects going on now. I'd like to get a little bit further down the road with those, but I'm going to be doing some sharing with our communities, with those that are on YouTube and LinkedIn and DeRosa Insiders, on how the new construction process works, sharing our wins and our learnings about new construction, because I think new construction could be a means to bridge a soft market or rising interest rates or an inflationary environment or a recession, whatever's coming out of the pipeline. New construction could be a way to bridge it, because if you think about it, you get into the ground now and you're out of the ground a couple of years from now, and the market's going to be different. Is it going to be completely in the tank and nobody's going to want to rent anywhere? Maybe, but there's enough flexibility in new construction that you can kind of follow the market as it goes. And so, as crazy as it sounds, getting into new construction at a time like this is what you want, because it's not done in a week. but building apartment buildings when the market's super hot is a bad idea, because think about this. Would you like to be someone who built an apartment building, who committed to building an apartment building a year and a half ago, or right when COVID started, and it's done now? Well, maybe you could sell it, but lease up, and the questions on refinance and those kind of things might be hard to do. I'd rather maybe be building it while the market stabilizes itself and does what it's going to do and shakes things out. I don't know. Just call me crazy. But we're going to be, that's another initiative DeRosa is going to be working on. And I want to be sharing more about what I'm learning about that process with you guys. Okay. That's what I got. Click on the links that Jordan's been putting out here, guys. Check those videos out for those of y'all that are watching live, or those of you guys who are watching the recorded sessions. You should be able to access those links up and down, so you guys can pull down some of the stuff we've been putting out there. Make sure you reach out to get some free swag, guys. Free coffee mugs, free. I think we got some t-shirts. We get you all kinds of free DeRosa fun branded stuff for free. If you guys are in the DeRosa fan club, we love you too, and we want to get you guys something cool. Just it'll take you maybe 30 minutes of your time, 30 seconds of your time to do one of the tasks that we put out there for you guys to do to earn some free stuff. I'm gonna wrap it. That's what I got, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see y'all next week when we do a presentation on how DeRosa is reacting to the changing economy. We will see you guys next Friday for that conversation. Until then, have a great Friday, great weekend. Bye.